One we're going to start off with first here, Rob. I actually think is not the biggest one, but I think it's the most interesting of the races. And that is Best Lead Actor. Now, we know Wagner Moura from The Secret Agent is in there. We know Handsome Hawk is in there. Leonardo DiCaprio is in there. And Leonardo DiCaprio's got a shot. But what is very, very clear here is that the two front horses in this, by a wide margin, is Timothee Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan. I did an editorial the other day talking about how prior to the SAG Awards, now known as the Actor Awards, Timothee Chalamet was a 16-point favorite to win Best Actor. The day after the SAG Awards, which Michael B. Jordan won, the odds flipped, and Michael B. Jordan went from a 16-point underdog to a 21-point favorite. And as of right now, if I can bring this up, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, I got the wrong one here. Let me bring up my there we go. Michael B. Jordan is now a 25-point favorite. A 25-point favorite.
Wow.
Now, Marcus is saying the ballet and opera. By the way, I'm so sick of those fucking losers crying. Anyway, the ballet and opera voting block going for Jordan. Don't forget, the voting was already done. The vast majority of the Oscar voting was already done by the time the ballet and opera stuff came out there. But 57% to 32%. Listen, there are a lot of people coming into Oscar season that, despite the fact that Timothée Chalamet was kind of sweeping up all the other awards, that there was still a strong sense out there that there was a lot of momentum behind Michael B. Jordan anyway, because his performance in Sinners is staggering. Absolutely staggering. So is Timothée Chalamet's, but Michael B. Jordan's is staggering. So for him to win one of the majors leading up to the Oscars was not a surprise, but to win the SAG right before the Oscars was a bit of a surprise. All right. So we already said, we took a look at the odds here. Right now, Michael B. Jordan is 57% to win. Timothée Chalamet is 32% to win. All right, Rob, here we go. I'll start with my who should wins. Timothée Chalamet should win. Timothée Chalamet should win. Now, here's the thing. It is so close to me. And by the way, I think, even though it's pretty clear he's not going to win, I think, honestly, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael B. Jordan, and Timothée Chalamet's performances are all coin tosses to me. It's like, seriously, I could put on a blindfold and go, I pick this one, and I would be perfectly fine. If they read out the name, if they open the envelope and they read out the name Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm totally good with that. If they open up the envelope and read Timothée Chalamet, I am totally good with that. And if they open up that envelope and it reads Michael B. Jordan, I am 100% totally okay with that.
Yeah.
But if I had a vote, and I do not, as razor thin sharp as the margins are, again, this is taking nothing away from DiCaprio's performance or Michael B. Jordan's performance, but there's just something about that performance in a terrible movie. I did not like Marty Supreme at all. And yet he found a way to totally shine in it. I think by the slimmest of margins, I'm going to say should win Timothée Chalamet. For will win, I'm going to go against the crowd wisdom here. I think Chalamet's still going to win.
Wow.
I think Chalamet's still going to win. Now, an argument can be made, Rob, that the largest block of voters in the Oscars are people from the actors branch. And the actors just voted Michael B. Jordan, but I still think that was close. And so I'm going to pick the upset for Timothée Chalamet to win, and I'm going to say Timothée Chalamet should win. Rob, let's start with who should win this and who will win this. What do you think?
Look, I do think that Michael B. Jordan should win because in addition to just acting, he had a technical and VFX challenge playing twins. And the amount of technical proficiency while you're acting trying to create two separate performances and differentiate between two brothers, to me, it just it exponentially makes what he was doing more difficult. And as an acting exercise, I can't imagine what it was like. And then he plays a third character, and one of the characters makes a transformation, and he's still doing the same thing. So I think he should win. I don't think he will win.
Oh,
Yeah. I think I'm with you.
really? You're picking the underdog in this too.
I'm going to pick the underdog now. Again, they all deliver great performances, and I've been a Michael B. Jordan fan forever, since The Wire and since Friday Night Lights. But I just think that it's a weird. I mean, look, after the SAG Awards, it wouldn't surprise me if he wins. And I think that what was the difficulty he had to undergo technically and as an acting challenge was far more difficult than, not to take it away from the other two guys, but it just exponentially added different elements. He couldn't even perform. He had to be watching the way they were shooting him, and he had to worry about where the camera was, and there were things.
Well, that part of that is Ryan Coogler's doing. Like, Ryan Coogler is the one who's as the director of the film, who's really orchestrating all of that.
But it's still tough as an actor.
Oh, for sure.
But I do think that Timothée Chalamet, that was a tour de force performance.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and I mean the level of energy in that character was also probably just he probably went home every day exhausted, trying to keep that character in the forefront of his mind and creating that character. And when you watch the movie, you don't even remember you're watching Timothée Chalamet. You're watching this guy, and the intensity was incredible. And I feel terrible thinking, and Leonardo DiCaprio was good. I mean, I've loved Leonardo DiCaprio for 30 years as an actor. So, And by the quick shout out to the other guys involved in there too.
Yes. Ethan Hawke was remarkable.
He gives a career best performance, maybe.
Yeah. Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent was a revelation. That movie, I was really, really late to The Secret Agent. Like, I only saw it for the first time just a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Just because I was trying to get caught up on what the Oscar films were. And it's amazing. It's really good. It's with a heartbreaking kind of an ending, but more in it is fantastic. But so you and I are both guessing that they're going to read the name Timothée Chalamet. I'm thinking that's what they should do, but you think they should go Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
So, all right. So that's where we're ending on that. Okay, guys. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. March is a time when we celebrate the women in our lives and recognize everything they carry every single day. Women often take on a lot, and sometimes their own well-being gets pushed to the side. And it's a great reminder of how much women give to the people in their lives. So this month is a great time to pause and reflect on the roles that you carry and the pressures that can come with them. Therapy can be a helpful space to work through those challenges, create balances, and set healthy boundaries so you can take care of yourself too. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp connects people with licensed therapists who follow a strict code of conduct. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 6 million people served worldwide, BetterHelp has an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live sessions based on 1.7 million client reviews. They also match you with a therapist based on a short questionnaire, and if your first match isn't the right fit, you can switch to another from their recommendations. Your emotional well-being matters. Find support and feel lighter in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's betterhelp.com/Campea. What do you think? Who do you think should win Best Actor? Who do you think will win Best Actor? Make sure you jump into the comments and leave your picks there. And you know what? Listen, Ty Marshall just made the understatement. This one's hard. To me, it's a very, very hard one to pick. And like I said, in these odds, they're only doing the top two frontrunners with the odds, but I think legitimately, although I don't think he has a chance to win, I think this really is a three person pick'em with Leonardo DiCaprio being in there as well. But there you go. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.